Hello, hello, hello. Hey there, hey there. It's Corey Retz here from all sorts of places. So I'm live on YouTube. Good to see y'all. And how do I know if this is working? Well, I'm gonna trust that it's working. So today is a great, big, exciting day for me. We are uh, streaming a film today I produced, oh, gotta be a decade or so ago. It's called the Sawle family story. And I call it the crash of the de Havilland Comet because that's really the crux of this story. It's a story about two young lovers who met in 1920 something. Meanwhile, the man of this couple, his name was Captain North. Saul was an aviation aficionado, just loved airplanes, like from a very early age. He actually sent away for a magazine article in the 19 it was like 1920 or something like that, and he managed to build an airplane in his backyard out of lumber uh, that he was learning how to fly or trying to fly. Anyways, it didn't actually fly very well because it was so heavy. But um, so this guy went on to be there's the wooden plane right there. You can see right behind me. He went on to be a bush pilot. And flying in and out of northern Canada, landing on frozen lakes and rivers where there's like, logs sticking out, really risky things like that. And he was saving the lives of trappers and miners and loggers who were frozen in. I know when the winter comes and everything freezes, and they get snowed in and they're kind of stuck. So he was quite a famous guy. And then fast forward, he ends up at the end of his life flying these gigantic airliners that you can see fly in behind me here. A company by the name of de Havilland had created a brand new airplane with a revolutionary design. They'd actually put the engines right inside the wings of this jet plane, and so here he is, and his fellow pilot. They're on the runway, and the plane crashes, and he dies. They all die. It's a tragedy, and a bigger tragedy is that the two pilots were blamed for crashing the plane. And so my client, who had come to me to help tell this story, had come to me because this had all happened when she was 10 years old, her and her twin sister. And they grew up with this shadow over them that their father had killed all these people because of making an error as a pilot. And it was one of those dark clouds over their family, so to speak. And it wasn't for a whole other decade that and three more crashes of this airplane that it became understood by the engineers that there was actually a design flaw with the way this plane was built, and it wasn't the pilot's fault. And so these the my client Linda wanted to make sure that she was able to tell the story to her own grandchildren, who were 10 years old at this time when we made this film, to tell them that their grandfather was actually a hero. He'd been an amazing pilot and saved all sorts of lives, and it wasn't his fault that the plane had gone down. And so that's what this film is about. And I love the fact that I get to be helping families tell the story of their ancestors, and of all the amazing moments in the ancestors' lives, the challenges that they've overcome, the internal uh, energy that they've been able to tap into in order to overcome some of these unimaginable situations that they've gone through. And so this is called the Saul family story, and it's the crash of the de Havilland Comet. And we're going to be running three screenings today, one at 10 a.m. which is about half an hour from now at Pacific time, and then another one at 5:30, 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, and then the last one today is going to be at 7:30 p.m. this evening Pacific time, and it's going to be streamed. It's a 40-minute movie. We'll run it in two pieces, so two parts. So there'll be a little intermission in the middle where we'll have Q&A, and I'm so thrilled that Linda, the client who commissioned me to make this film, is actually going to be with us for these online with us. So we can do Q&A, and this could be useful if you've been thinking about how am I going to inspire the next generation of my family. These young children are coming along and they're being educated and programmed by the internet, by social media, by television, by other adults in their lives other than you, or if you're the grandparent, other than you. And so, what could you add to their lives that would help them understand that they are bold and capable and intelligent and creative and collaborative, exactly the skills they're going to need to deal with all the problems us adults are leaving behind, that they're inheriting. And so you actually could take a big role in that, simply by telling the story of your family's heroes. And that's what I love to do in my life. So this could be useful for you to hear what Linda says about the process, and also to answer questions about sort of the benefits of it and how it's served her own family. So I'm Corey Bretz. We'll be back on here again at 10 a.m. live, and then also we'll be doing this on Facebook too. And we'll be here three times a day today: 10 a.m., 5 p.m., and again at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. So enjoy.